Welcome, everyone, to Deutsch L. Perry Stadium, home of the Bowling Green Falcons, where the fans have been prepping and fired up since early in the day for this one. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Bowling Green Falcons. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Chanticleers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense set on first down. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Fires to the big fella. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back with cat-like quickness?
He's back to throw on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Harris. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a short and heavy tackle on the tight end.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack, once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. And the Falcons will punt it away on fourth down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Looking for a productive play on first down. Handoff from the shotgun. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You gotta start fast, you gotta have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on third and short from the 45. To throw, it's Vasco. Finds his tight end. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come up.
You know, it's difficult for QB sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs, because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Leaves it with the running back. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. They'll try to run for it. Open space at the 25. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The shot that clears want to crank the tempo. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, shot to clear.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Coastal Carolina, 7. Bowling Green, 0.
Coming out with it, it's Baker. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
First and 10.
Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Power football with the run. Dragged down at the 26 after a pickup of 5.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. He's going to pass. Quick strike complete. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, throwing them 4,000 times, not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You know, as an offense, when you're trying to complete these tunnel screens, you're going to have to be able to negotiate some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage. They're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
They're bringing heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
And they'll blow it dead around the 30-yard line. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is.
Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit. The defense able to come up with a big pick.
First down here from the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Stewart. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little...
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything out of it.
The Falcons getting set on 1st and 10.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down and distances, 3rd downs, and having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. It is good! So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Well, this defense has been outstanding in coverage early in this game. We're just in the first quarter. Of course, they already have an interception. They should have had their second right there.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Basco. Back open in the middle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun to give, looking for room. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And the Chanticleers have their offense in high gear. To the ground, he's got it again. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
From the gun, the running back has it. The Chanticleers have enough for the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Washington. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. Oh, the big fella running to glory. And a tremendous return on the play before he's brought down.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Catch in the middle. It's Ray. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it
nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Vasco. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
And the Chanticleers will line it up on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. With the catch, it's Washington.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
The completion short of the sticks, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. He's got it. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
With the run on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The shot that clears are in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Vasco. He caught it! Takes it to the house! Touchdown, Coastal! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. James Madison may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from Harrisonburg every time. The Dukes have been racking up road wins since the Mickey Matthews days, and they got another one today. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Still running at the 40. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. And their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Trying to get to it. Got a man.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Stewart. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go with a direct snap. Tackled, but he has a first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. You're in plus territory, no desire to give the football back. Maybe the punt doesn't even work out. They go for it, and it works out well.
So I wonder if you go tempo here, too. Now that you just picked up that first down, don't let the defense sub. A lot of these guys now have been on the field for a little while. See if you can catch them off guard here and try and take advantage of how tired they are.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
He makes a catch. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Snags it! And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Falcons will boot it away to start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Dropping back, it's Vasco. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He's going to take off. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now this year.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. The short hands, it's McGowan. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Defenses throughout the week study every third down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Back to throw, it's Vasco. They're trying to get to it. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the shot that clears will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
At the 19-yard line. 2nd down coming up.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Stewart. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Grab behind the line. It's Stewart. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Nice job by the QB. It's 3rd down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
He'll ride his man on the option. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
You see, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
Now, fourth down.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll power it inside with the fullback. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. I'll admit, I wondered if they were just lining up to try to draw them offside.
Me too. Whenever you line up in your own territory, you're thinking, oh, I'm just going to draw them offside. A lot of times, by the way, it gets the defense to kind of relax for a second. You can tell they had a plan, ready to go. They knew they were going to be aggressive.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Picked off. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
Well, that essentially ends up being a punt for the offense. Third down, you're taking a deep shot, and because you were able to make the tackle relatively quickly after the guy picked it off, it's essentially just flipping the field.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Line gets set, first down. Gonna run it, it's Washington. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The shot that clears will move the sticks.
And I know it's not sexy, but those little runs just keep you on your heels, keep the sticks moving, making you understand, like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be patient. A lot of offenses aren't patient. They get too big play happy, wanting to force the ball down the field. This offense is staying nice and patient right now.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse, showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
And the shot to clears are moving quickly down the field. They're going to ride this running back.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Looking for a man. It's Vasco. Quickly complete. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I like the running. route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Second down coming up. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Coastal Carolina 14, Bowling Green 3.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Using his feet to buy time. He'll pull it down. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
Trying to find his man on first down. Using the quick game. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Number 82.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
3.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Baker. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
Take over. First and 10.
Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Finds a tight end down the gut. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know.
Just steamrolling the defense. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Just keep giving him the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open, the receiver for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to running back, and he's making plays.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
Coming up.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. They might try to score again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, shot to clear. And the punishment has been extended.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
28, Bowling Green, 3.
He'll bring it out. It's Baker. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Bowling Green.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They'll throw it on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. Just complete and utter dominance.